Hey gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is didnt and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we got a really juicy one I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, but before we get into today's video, I'm going to do my usual shameless plugins. If you're not, make sure you're following me on mixer.com/didnt. I'm doing a giveaway at 500 followers. Follow me on Twitter for some of the best gaming rants where you can see some of the gaming news that I get and stuff like that first before I even make YouTube videos on it. Also, make sure you are following me on Instagram, instagram.com/didnt127 or at didnt127. Give me a reason to post an occasional picture about my life and stuff like that on my Instagram page. I rarely use it, so more followers will probably, encourage me to post stuff on there. But anyway, guys, hit me up on those social media pages. It's just, more ways to just get in touch with me and stuff like that. And, it's not like I have a massive following, so, I respond to everybody. Hell, I even try to respond to everybody I have here on YouTube, and I have 11,000 subscribers on here. So, anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what I want to talk about in today's video. So, the game you are seeing in the background, I know a lot of you will probably recognize this game, and if you've been around this channel for a good minute, you'll probably know that it's been almost exactly a year since I've made a video on this game. And I'm going to be honest with you, the last video I made on this game wasn't received too well, because I was one of the rare individuals who were positive about Anthem. But I really only made the video just to rant about its microtransaction system, because Anthem has that games as a service deal, where all updates, patches, expansions, and stuff like that are free. But, they sell cosmetics on the side to make extra money. When games do that, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me when you sell a game for retail price, you're charging for expansions, you're charging for cosmetics, you're just charging for everything. That's what bothers me. Games like Elder Scrolls Online that do crazy microtransaction built stuff, if you're just charging for every little single thing you can squeeze a few pennies out of, that's what bothers me. But Anthem's business model didn't bother me too much, so that was kind of the point of that video. But I also put up a little community post on my channel about a few days ago, asking you guys if you'd like to see a video on Anthem from me, just how the game's doing and stuff like that. And most of you guys, said yes. So here is that video. I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture of my current build in Anthem right now. Unfortunately, I'm not using that exact build in this video. I literally just actually hit this about a night or two ago. I'm a legendary interceptor, gear level of 955. I literally just have to swap out one piece to make myself a 960, but I'm a bit of an OCD completionist kind of guy, and I want my build just right. There's even a lot of these components and a few things on here that I want to swap out to get this build to where I want it to be. So yeah, it'll probably be a while before I make this build 100% 960. But you could say that I'm a pretty seasoned Anthem player, judging by that picture. That I know a little bit about what I'm doing in this game. I think you guys probably get that gist. Now, Anthem, to my opinion, isn't a bad game at all. I personally think it just it got one of the hits for the crappy effect that goes with this genre. And this genre is called the looter shooter genre. The thing is, Borderlands is the game that kind of originated this genre. And if you don't know what looter shooters are, it's basically games that work. It's basically shooters that work like action RPGs. Like, think of think of your favorite shooter and give it the loot system of like Diablo, and that's pretty much how a looter shooter works. So games like Anthem, Destiny, Borderlands, Division, stuff like that. But my one and main point I always point out with looter shooters, because even when Destiny 1 first came out, is they always start slow. And I try and stress that to as many people as I can. Now, I know Anthem had its fair share of issues. Anthem had problems. Anthem has bugs. It still does have issues. Some of these things are there. The loot distribution in this game I'm still going to say to this day, it sucks. It's got a lot better, but the loot distribution in Anthem right now isn't too great. They've improved upon it a bunch. GM2 and GM3 runs are actually somewhat worth it now, but I still find myself only getting, 1 to 2 legendaries maybe per run or every other run. And I still find a bunch of blues and purples mixed in with my masterwork and legendary for these high level escapades. When you get to the point where you're running nothing but GM2 and GM3 in this game, you're at the point where you're trying to make what you want to make out of your build in Anthem. So I think it's safe to say that the only thing that should be dropping in those kind of dungeons are purples, masterworks, and legendaries. I think legendaries should have a low chance, somewhat of a low chance, so that way people aren't just gearing up in 2 minutes and bored. But I think giving people a lot of masterwork to work with and a lot of other embers and stuff like that are needed for those more high level build based characters, I think that really needs to be the focus of those two, of GM2 and GM3 dungeons. And I think they're still working on that. But Anthem, the problem with Anthem right now is it's in that stage where Destiny 1 was when it first came out. Anthem needs to receive its Taken King. Now, if you don't know what the Taken King is, I'll tell you the story of Destiny real quick. Destiny launched, and it had an expansion pass with 2 expansions. Both expansions were pretty mediocre, didn't add too much to the game, didn't really have people excited. There was a raid and stuff like that, but the Taken King was the expansion that really took Destiny off and turned it into something. Like, the reviews came around, a lot of the systems and issues with the game were fixed. Like, Destiny was at its prime when the Taken King came out. Just like, when Destiny 2 first launched and its latest expansion had hit, and it improved a lot of things. Anthem needs its moment for that. And a lot of people, there's a rumor going around that's of some Anthem 2.0 and Anthem overhaul and things like that. Now, that could be real, but as of right now, it's just talks. It does sound very logical considering what BioWare's going through. But honestly, the only real problems with Anthem right now, I would say, are lack of content. The loot system still seriously needs some work, and their end game activities really need to be done in a better manner. Like, one thing I've seen with Anthem that really kind of turns me away from the game is how they base a lot of things off of events, and I don't like that at all. Like how the Cataclysm, the Cataclysm was supposed to, be the big bad hardcore content of Anthem. Only the toughest high level gear scored players enter and, do these daring activities and stuff. It was a limited time, like 4 to 8 week event. Like, I don't want no holiday event for no end game activity. I want a raid or something. I want something challenging. Like, one thing I honestly think they should do is I think they should reconsider how cataclysms are handled in general. Like, and if they want to keep them in that style where it's, a giant version of a stronghold, that's fine, but at least make them permanent. Don't bring temporary content as new content. This isn't a battle royale. This is a looter shooter. And another problem that Anthem has too which I really don't hold against BioWare, I don't think it's their fault, but whoever the hell is at EA that keeps telling every single developer under them that they need to use the Frostbite engine for their games, shut up and stop it. Man, I think y'all did that with Dragon Age. You've done that with a couple games now. Can the Frostbite engine be used for what it's good for? Battlefield, please. Stop trying to throw, that engine on everybody just because it produces pretty visuals. If you want to push Frostbite on somebody, push it on Respawn, Titanfall, an actual competitive shooter. But yeah, Anthem just suffers from a a lot of problems that, you know, typical looter shooters always have at launch. You know, they're always low on content. You know, there always isn't much gear. There always isn't much to do. There's always, you know, little issues and things like that. Now, Anthem, you know, granted, it has some glaring bugs, and from what I know, that's because the developer isn't used to using this engine, which, you know, is fine. That's something understandable, but I don't know. But a lot of things with Anthem do need to change. I do have faith in this game. I personally enjoy it. I personally play it a lot. I'm probably going to play it a little less now because of how maxed I am when I really don't have much to do. I'm more of a gear chaser kind of guy, so once I hit the edge of the gear grind, I'm pretty much chilling till the new content patch update or whatever comes out. But other than that, guys, the only other really big thing with Anthem that bothers me, and I think BioWare should take a look at this as well, is I hate Fort Tarsis. I hate Fort Tarsis. They need to either take Fort Tarsis and turn it into the social hub and get rid of the launch bay, or B, somehow remake the launch bay, put everything that's in Fort Tarsis into the launch bay, and let that be the social hub. They literally need to go and bite off of Destiny's model with the social hub. You know, let Fort Tarsis be a social hub, whatever. I understand Fort Tarsis is a big, graphically high, demanding area and probably will only run at 30 FPS on current gen hardware. That's fine. Even if you have to have a minimum of 5, 10, or 15 players running around in it, that's whatever. That's fine. Just please get rid of that stupid first-person storytelling simulation. This isn't Dragon Age, man. This isn't this isn't Mass Effect. You know, it's a sci-fi game, but you know, the thing with BioWare is they're doing things different with this game, but they're just the things that they really should be doing, like other developers have with these kind of games. They're striving too hard to be different in certain areas that don't need to be different. Like the Cataclysm thing. Let it be a raid. Turn it into 8-man raids, or, you know, just big permanent dungeons that stick around for the highest tier gear, or whatever you got to do. Make Fort Tarsis a social hub. The thing with Anthem is a lot of these issues are just so simple, and that's another reason I don't want to give up on this game, because a lot of these things are common sense. And you can't tell me that not one person in BioWare or EA doesn't see that these little changes can make this game amazing again. And it'll just be a matter of time before somebody, you know, just wakes the hell up and does it. Now, according to BioWare, they had, like, you know, a 5-year plan or something like that for this game. The Twitter's still going. They're still updating the community. They still have plans. They still have content and stuff they want to bring out. There was even, you know, talks of new javelins and stuff coming to the game. But we just need some changes on the core mechanics. Now, to my opinion, should you play Anthem in 2020? Me personally, if you like looter shooters, yes, and especially, you know, if you're a veteran of the games like Destiny, Warframe, or Division, you can't tell me you don't know how this pattern goes. They always start like this. These kind of games always have this same traditional pattern where, you know, they start off slow, and then next thing you know, after a year or so times goes by, they get some type of revamp, or, you know, there's that one good expansion that just helps them take off. Anthem just hasn't had its Taken King moment yet. And once it does, there's going to be a lot of people trying to get back into it, and then, you know, that's when the complaint's going to come up. Oh, the game's too grindy. It's so hard to get the end game now. Well, if you were playing from the beginning like you were supposed to, come on, you guys are gamers. Y'all know how that goes. But anyway, guys, let me know your honest thoughts down in the comments below. Do you like Anthem? Are you interested in getting back into it? Do you want to try it again someday? Do you want to pick it up now because it's cheap? Let me know your thoughts. But anyway, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.
Can I get some closure? Stay right where you are and don't come closer. If you haven't picked it up, it's